Welcome back to Sonic the Hedgehog, part 48, and now we are going to one of my least favorite parts in Radical Train.
Now, do you have to take this motorcycle?
You do not have to take the motorcycle, but it behooves you to use some means of transportation that gets you over to your destination as quickly as possible.
But now
and
that
you've knocked
the motorcycle into the pit, you can't use it anymore.
Oh, we got a train. Shadow's got no time. There's no time, damn it. The game forces me to stand still for a second.
And then you homing attack off a cliff. And you get pushed into the hole.
Damn.
Although Shadow can just phase through the fence now.
These rules are fucked up, man.
Hell, even the robots aren't obeying physics.
So once Shadow has finally put away his goddamn chewing gum, he can find the secret barrier by phasing through the arbitrarily chosen wall, of course. It's dominant strategy, look it up.
Well, they're not even actually attacking you, Shadow. They're just, you know, sitting there.
We now move on to the Forever Train section, an homage to Star Fox 64, one of my favorite levels on Planet Macbeth.
So Macbeth isn't the water level then?
Doctor, stop. It's time to give up.
No, get back, please. Why? Why, God? Why did this happen? What have you done to my motorcycle?
Well, what did you do? You crashed into a wall several different times. Don't fall off the pit. The motorcycle.
I was screwed either way.
Dude, the motorcycles do show up somewhat randomly throughout the track. At least they're supposed to.
The motorcycles show up when it's painfully ironic, hilarious, and otherwise unpleasant to the person playing this game. Please let me move.
Now, you mentioned earlier that it behooves you to grab a vehicle, and that's because of the chain guns attached to the motorcycles, right?
For this section, it's mandatory.
Right.
For the section leading up to this part, it's only highly recommended that you get a vehicle. Because, for instance, I don't know when this train starts moving. Either it waits for you, like it appeared to be doing, or maybe the fucking train would just die instead of screwing with me that time. But time is the critical condition in this level.
No, I want you to think time is critical, but it really isn't.
Time is an illusion. You can always just go back in time.
Especially after the following cutscene. Wait, we do encounter Eggman here.
I told you.
Wouldn't the door have been
I shot the
easier?
door.
So, what do you want
Information.
Who is Mephiles? And why are you trying to capture him?
now? If you want to know, you should go find him yourself.
But that's why I'm here.
But here's a hint. It's all linked to the Soliana disaster 10 years
I was
ago.
asleep during that time.
The Solaris Project.
Indeed. When you capture Mephiles, you must bring him
You're
to
the
me.
bad guy. I'm not doing
Then
that.
I'll tell you the truth about Solaris.
Well, why does Shadow want to know the truth about Solaris?
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. Just Eggman's just saying stuff.
There was a lot of
Okay.
dead air during that cutscene.
I knew it.
Just like right now. Yep.
To.
Nice and quiet in Quietsville. Oh no. Suddenly drama.
Time, there will be no more interruptions. The Iblis trigger must die.
Why?
Die.
Ouch.
Ah. Fireworks bright.
It was kind of shitty, honestly.
Elise!
Dramatic irony.
This isn't ironic.
No, it's ironic. It's dramatic irony for us because we already know that Sonic's okay.
Why are you getting in my way?
I'm Shadow. Shadow the
I have a video game.
Stop confusing me with Mephiles. It pisses me off.
It does.
There can be only one Hedgehog, I guess.
Honestly, that particular transition makes me feel like this was originally meant for the
Don't
GameCube.
get in my way.
This game looks like it might as well have been made for the GameCube. I mean, the graphics aren't that spectacular. The only thing the GameCube couldn't handle were the pre-rendered cutscenes.
And even those, it could handle at least decently well. I mean, take a look at Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. It actually has a majority of the production values from Metal Gear Solid cranked up pretty high.
And some of the textures in games like Resident Evil 4 look pretty good on the GameCube, but those are the exceptions to the rule.
Right. I don't know, honestly. The GameCube has a lot of really great looking games on it, dude. It makes me remember that one of the games I want to do for the channel at some point is fucking Crystal Chronicles, but I don't know if I'm ready to go into that because I don't think that Don't double homing attack him. You're dead now, aren't you?
Don't double. Yeah, I'm screwed now. Don't double homing attack him because he's a cheap son of a bitch. The best thing to do is just homing attack him and then walk away because the homing attack for some reason wants to hit Silver, but Silver has invincibility frames immediately after you hit him, so hitting him again is useless. Instead, what it does is it fucks you into an inescapable situation.
Not completely inescapable, but mostly inescapable.
Usually inescapable.
Yes.
Yeah. So you might as well rule that out as a valid option to fight this guy.
Yeah, the best way to do this fight, as far as I can recall, is wait for him to start throwing stuff at you and then slide kick him.
Okay.
It's no use.
There is use, damn it! There is use! Screw yourself. These fights are no picnic. No, they are not. I have
Silver is
some
honestly
kind
the
of
hardest character battle in the entire game. For both,
I'm being chased by a monster.
For both Shadow and Sonic.
He's the hardest because he's the worst designed. Oh, I do die right here. Interesting. Yeah, because I lose my invincibility frames just as the object killed me.
The fact that Silver can grab you through the invincibility frames is kind of bullshit.
The fact that Silver can spam that attack without giving you enough time to escape also is bullshit. How about this? Asshole.
So yeah, to do this fight quickly, you want to stay far enough away from him so where when he goes into a psychokinetic grab, he doesn't actually hit you with it, but close enough to where when he starts doing that, you can actually sweep kick him.
Or you could also just do what I'm doing, which is slower, but eventually you will get the number of opportunities you need to actually hit him.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Let's reiterate.
He goes into the psychokinetic grab depending on where he is in location to you. So if you stay far enough, away from him to where you are out of range of the psychokinetic grab, he'll still use the psychokinetic grab, and that's your opportunity to hit him.
Right, but only while he's doing the psychokinetic grab.
Yeah, because Shadow and Sonic cannot throw the barrels at him.
He can't throw barrels, and they can't approach him. And how else do the hedgehogs do damage to each other? They have to come into direct contact with the enemy. There is no other way. Shadow has no guns here. I'd love to have a gun.
I mean, Shadow in theory has access to his chaos spears, doesn't he?
He can't use the Chaos Spear as long as his meter is not charged.
Alright, so he has to go into Kaioken 1. Alright.
However, now that you mention it, Shadow does have that like Daze ability. Problem is, I don't feel safe enough to stand perfectly still when I might as well just hit Silver and get the hit. You only have to hit him like 6 times in order to beat him. You have to hit him 8 times.
I think it's 8. It's probably 6, but it looks like it's 8.
Gerda, I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Why did they let Silver be so terrible?
Because they wanted to advertise just how powerful and amazing he is as a antagonist. The problem is he's actually a protagonist with an antagonist story.
He's too sympathetic.
I need to stay focused.
I like him too much. He's trying to save the world, but they turn him into some kind of monster. Some kind of Jason Voorhees that just sneaks up on you from behind and kills you.
Hey, Halloween was yesterday.
Halloween was yesterday. Thank you for dating the episode. That was a very scary boss fight, and this is the end of the episode, I just realized.